Hi learners, it's glad to see you in Krishna's space. Today is the day 88 of our 300 days DSA journey. So it's time for our today's problem. Let's understand it. So today's problem is find words that can be formed by characters. Here we have given an array of strings called words and a string called chars. A string is good if it can be formed by characters from chars, and each character can only be used once for each word in words. So basically we can use each characters only one time for each string which is present in our words array. And in the last we have to return the sum of length of all good strings in words. So now let's understand it more better with the help of examples. As we can see in the example 1, we have given a string of array called words and a string called chars, and in the output they have returned 6 because cat and hat are the strings that can be formed from a string called chars. Same in example 2 as well, we have given an array of strings called words and a string called chars, and in the output they have returned 10 because hello and world both can be formed from a string called chars. Now let's understand how I have solved this problem. So to solve this problem, the first thing that I have done is to create a dictionary in which I am going to take the frequency of each characters from a string called chars. So after having frequency of each characters from a string called chars, I have created a variable called result in which I am going to store the length of all good strings. Thereafter, I have run a loop in which I am taking a particular string from our words, and inside that I am copying a dictionary which I have created to count the frequency of each characters from a string called chars. After having a copy of the dictionary called ch, I am running another loop in which I am taking a particular character from a current word. Let's take the example 1 to understand it more better. So in our dictionary called ch, we are going to have a key as a and its value will be 2, then t as a key and its value will be 1, and c as a key and its value will be 1, and also we have h and its value will be 1. So only key a has 2 value and other key such as t, c and h has only 1 value. So I have created the copy of this dictionary, and now I am going to take the character from a current word which will be cat, because in the first run we are going to have the word as a cat. So in the first run we are going to have the first character of cat and which is C, and now inside the loop we are going to check if C is in copy or not. And we know it is in copy and its value is 1. So we are going to inside the if block and going to decrement the value of C, which will become now 0. In the second run, I am going to have the character A, and we know it is in our copy and its value is 2. So we are going to get inside if block and going to decrement the value of A, which will become 1 now. And in the third run, we are going to have t, and we know t is in our copy and its value is 1. So we will get inside if block and going to decrement the value of t, which will become 0 now. So now as we have traversed the word cat, so we will come out from this loop and going to add the length of the current word which is cat into our result. And its length is 3. So now in my result, we have the value 3. In the second run, we are going to have bt as a word, and now again we will going to create the copy of our dictionary, and after that we are going to run a loop in which the value of c is b, and now we are going to check if b is in copy or not, and we know b is not in copy, so we will get into the else block, and now we are going to decrement the length of words from our result, and we know the length of bt is 2, so we are going to decrement 2 from result, and now the value of result is 1. And thereafter I have written break, so we will come out from this loop and then going to add the length of current word which is bt into our result. So now again my result will become 3, and in the next run we are going to have the word as hat, and again we have created the copy, and thereafter in the first run we are going to have C as H, and now we are going to check if H is in our copy or not, and we know it is. So we are going to see the value of H is 0 or not. and we know its value is 1. So we are going to get inside if block and going to decrement the value of h, which now becomes 0. In the next run, we are going to have the c as a and it is in our copy and its value is 2. So we will get inside if block and going to decrement the value of a, which will become 1 now. In the next run, we will have t and we know t is in our copy and its value is 1. So we will get inside if block and going to decrement the value of t, which will become 0 now. So as we have traversed the world, so we will come out from this loop and going to add the length of current world, which is head, into our result. So now the value of result will be 6. In the next run, we are going to have the word as tree, and again we have created the copy of our dictionary, and then we are going to run a loop in which the first character we are going to have is t, and we know t is in our copy and its value is 1. So we will get inside the if block and going to decrement the value of t, which will become 0. In the next run, we are going to have the character r, which is not in our copy. So we will get inside block and going to decrement the length of tree from our result, which will be 6 minus 4, 2. And thereafter we will come out from this loop because I have written break, and then we are going to add the length of current world, which is tree, into our result. And now again my value of result will be 6. As we have traversed through the whole array, now we are going to come out from this loop and going to return the value of result, which is 6. So that's how I have solved this problem. If you guys have any other solution of it, do write it on comment, and thank you so much for watching this video and staying with me.